Listen to this mental health advocate.
Some I like to go to listen and to watch. Now we all know, we all know what this person was getting at. I had a couple, well, more than a couple. Some were just downright nasty to me. And I'm going to say this: if you're going to judge my character based on how you view another content creator that I may go into their channel, that's your problem. That's not mine. You can either base your opinion or facts on what I do as a person, or you can base it on what content creator I happen to say hi to or be in the chat with. I've never, to my knowledge, I know I never intentionally did, if I did, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. I don't ever recall bullying anybody or harassing them. Let's please keep in mind, if a chat room is talking about somebody or something, and I have factual knowledge that what's being said is a lie, I'm going to say that's a lie. That's not bullying. That's not harassment. That's just the plain truth, okay? So I guess if you're going to call that participating, then guess I did in your terms, but in true life definition, I did not, okay? So at least not that I can recall, okay? That's just not my thing. I try really hard to be a better person than I was today before. And I know it sounds trite, but I mentioned before, I used to be a real not nice person. And in the past few years, I've been trying to change that. But I'm only human sometimes, not that it makes it okay, because it doesn't. And if I did inadvertently bully anybody, I don't care who it was, my humble apologies was not my intent, okay? I don't think I did. This is making these videos and everything is because I'm trying to make, I think I view myself as superior than certain other people on here. I definitely do not see myself as superior at all. I am not superior to anybody. Anybody. I have more humility than that. I know that I'm not superior. It just blew me away. I think the real crux of the problem is people don't understand what bullying and harassment is. They think that if somebody says something that they don't like, then that's bullying and harassment, and that's not what it is. I mean, just in the barest terms. I mean, of course, bullying can be saying something you don't like, but I'm just talking about, like, just saying, hey, I don't think that's a good idea. I wish you wouldn't do that. Oh, I'm being harassed. I'm being bullied. Somebody saying, oh, that's kind of weird that you're doing that, but okay. Oh, that's it. I'm being harassed. I'm being bullied. That's not it. Okay. So, the first time, I did, quote what happened the second time, the attempted doxing. The first time, the attempted doxing, they actually thought that they could get me evicted. They thought I lived in the same place that I used to live, which thank God I don't. And they threatened to call my apartment manager because they didn't like what I had to say on YouTube. We literally had to call our old manager, our old apartments, and warn them. But that's not vindictive or nasty. What I'm doing is vindictive and nasty, but that's not. And you know what I was told? Well, because you hang out, and I'm going to say the name, because you hang out in Natasha's chat channel, then yeah, you deserve what you get. Y'all acting like this is like third grade again. Well, you're hanging out with Susie over there by the swings. You can't come hang out with us at the slide. This is ridiculous. I don't have a community, per se. I have people that have been very nice to me, and I've gone over into their channel, and I've enjoyed myself in their channel. Now, I'm a big enough girl that if something in that channel starts happening, people start talking about something that I don't even want to be a part of, or I'm not interested in, then I'm going to politely say, all right, guys, gotta go. Talk to you later. And I'm going to go out, I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to go do something until the subject changes. Because that's what adults do, okay? And am I being snarky? Yeah, because I'm really upset. I have a pretty thick skin. Sometimes I don't, but today I do. But I'm very angry at the amount of just jerks. And you were being jerks. You want to talk about bullying? What you guys were doing was actually bullying me, okay? It drives me crazy that I think I'm a nice person. I'm human, though. I'm going to make mistakes. If I made a mistake last week, then I'm going to own up to it. If I make a mistake tomorrow, a month from now, a year from now, I'm human. I'm not perfect. That's why I know I'm not superior to anybody else. I've been called disingenuous. I've been called fake. I've been all this within the last 2 days. And I just don't understand how somebody can be upset. And it's not like I'm mentioning names as far as other people who I think are, hey, kid, sorry, my youngest child from college. It's not like, I'm mentioning the name, right now of like who doxed me and stuff like that. I mean, I could, but I'm not. But those of you know what happened, oops, sorry about that. You know who and what I'm talking about. So, be that as it may. I'm sorry for those who have problems. Those of you who have problems with other content creators. Okay, I'm not gonna have a problem with them just because you do. They have to do something that I don't like. If they're sitting in there and they're talking about somebody who has cussed them out, called them names, been extremely rude, that's not bullying. That's people talking about the experiences that happened to them. They're speaking the truth, and they're allowed to do that. Now, if they were lying or exaggerating, then yeah. I'd be like, yeah, come on, guys. Don't be like that, right? They're not. At least not that I've seen. Okay? So, I mentioned in the last video that in a couple days, I'm going to be dealing with a really serious subject matter. It's very close to my heart. It's also very triggering. And I would hope that the people who aren't subscribers that just want to come and troll or whatever, I hope that you understand the seriousness of the matter.